tell you a secret.
Hi, y'all. Welcome to Unbottled Secrets, the channel where my truth becomes your entertainment. My name is Fakira, and I make faith-based lifestyle and microlocks content. So if you love the Lord and want to get to know me, then you will love this channel. So the setup is different. I mean, not that much different. But as you can see, we're a little up close and personal because I got a new mic. I've heard your complaints multiple times saying that you couldn't hear me, the audio was bad. I had one lav mic, bought another lav mic, and somehow, some way, me and lav mics, we don't get along. So I figure, why not invest in myself and invest in this channel? And I told myself I would not buy any new equipment until I reached 1,000 subscribers. And lo and behold, we reached 1,000 subscribers. Y'all have no idea how excited I am to just embark on this new journey, this new and improved Unbottled Secrets. And of course, this setup is not the forever setup. I will be updating the channel as it goes, but right now, this is what we have. So if the sound isn't the best, it's because I'm adjusting. I have a new mic, which is the podcast, what is it? The Rode Podcaster mic, something like that. I don't know, child. But this is my first time using this equipment. We got new light, and I thought I was gonna need a new camera, but no, the camera wasn't the problem. It was the light because I am shining, glowing. So yeah, I'm rambling, but I'm just so excited for what is to come on this channel. I have so many great things coming in the new year, but this is not what this video is about. In this video, we are going to do a year in review because the way I started this year is vastly different than the way I'm ending it. And it's only by the grace of God. And I've just been thinking like, wow, sometimes we have to get into the mode like the Israelites of never forgetting, like having those moments of just remembering what God has done for you, because it's so easy to get swept up in the day to day and, just the problems, everyday problems that happen, that we forget about the strides that God has made for us. And I found myself in a low lately because of just, again, my day-to-day problems. And God had to just smack me back into reality and remind me that, hey, Fakira, look at where he's brought you from this year alone. So I am going to do a year in review, but based on each month. Now, there's going to be some months where I don't really have anything to talk about, but yeah, I'm rambling. So if this is something you may be interested in, please continue watching. Okay, so January 2024, I started the year in church. I went to a New Year's Eve watch night service at this apostolic ministry. It was my first time going to a true apostolic prophetic church since becoming a Christian. It was, oh, and by the way, it was an African church, and it was great. I had a good time. And during that service, I did receive a prophetic word, and I can't remember it verbatim, but it was along the lines of, you are suspended in the atmosphere spiritually. God is going to have you in a season of promotion, and it's going to happen in March. So, of course, I'm racking my brain like, okay, what's going to happen in March? Mind you, I am in a job where I am making, I think I was making $45,000 a year with a master's degree. And I just felt very unfulfilled because I'm looking at my peers and they're like settled in their careers and they're making 60 plus $1,000 and I'm still kind of at my peak in working for like 3 years in this field. Well, no, 5 years. 5 years in this field, $45,000 a year. So I'm like, oh gosh, I feel like a failure. I feel like I have not accomplished anything. So I was feeling very low. So when he gave me that prophetic word of you're suspended in the atmosphere and expect promotion by March, I was excited. I didn't know what was going to happen, but I was just excited to see what March was going to give me. So yeah, that's what happened at the top of January. Now, a little bit before my birthday, I ended up getting really, really sick. I don't know what it was. It was COVID-like symptoms. It could have been COVID, but I didn't get a COVID test. But I just know that mentally, if I was to be unalived, I would have been okay with it because I was that sick. So, of course, I didn't get to celebrate my 29th birthday because I was in bed sick. I did manage to do a photo shoot a few weeks prior to my birthday, so I did at least have something to post on social media, but I didn't get to celebrate my last year of being in my 20s, which also felt bittersweet because I have this weird apprehension about turning 30 for some reason. And it could be because 30 just feels like something should have been accomplished. And I still felt like I've been stagnant for most of my 20s. So I wanted to make the most of my 29th, but it was already starting out in a rocky place. But yeah, that was January for the most part. Oh, wait, that is not the end of January. I did end up meeting a guy at the top of January on a dating app, which I wasn't supposed to be on the dating app. God didn't give me the green light to be on the dating app, but I jumped the gun and got on the dating apps, and it was a Christian dating app. I just knew my husband was going to be there. But yeah, I met this guy. He was really, really cool, and we started out as friends. So that's what happened in January. So there's nothing really to like talk about the progression of that relationship in January because we just met and we were just having casual conversations. So now on to February. Of course, started out February a little rocky because my car got hit in the parking lot of my job. Luckily, dude had good insurance, so I was able to get my car fixed. But yeah, I was still in a good mood because, I mean, that's not the first time my car got hit. So at this point, I know how to go through the insurance. So yeah, still anxious because now my annual review is supposed to happen in February. And I remember praying to God, telling him that I didn't want to go through another annual review because I did not want to be at this job. And I just felt like I wasn't going to get the compensation that I wanted. So I was just like mentally checked out. And God has a funny sense of humor because in February, I got a letter basically saying I got laid off. My last day at that job was going to be February 29th. So when we look at that prophecy, a part of me was like, okay, so does that mean I'm coming into money in March? Or is my promotion a demotion? Like, is this man a false prophet? Like, what's going on? Because mind you, my sister's leaving. My sister was also my roommate. My sister's leaving and I got to get an apartment. But now I just got laid off. How is that? How is that going to work? And I have a whole video talking about getting laid off. I'll link it somewhere on the screen. But yeah, it was very interesting to say the least. But I also was very much at peace. So even though I got laid off, I was excited to leave because, like I said in that other video, I felt like God was telling me I needed to quit my job. But I don't know how to break up with things. So I didn't know how to really quit a job. The only other job I quit was during COVID, but it was easy to quit that because it was COVID. And I did have an affection towards my boss. Like, I really enjoyed them as people. I didn't want to feel like I was jumping ship. It was a small company, but I also knew that in order for me to grow, I needed to not be at that job. So she did me a favor by letting me go. And we still talk to this day. So it's no bad blood, but that's what happened in February. Now, March is my first official month laid off. So now in March, I'm just unemployed, living life, just excited. But in March, I ended up doing trainings for data analytics through Google, and I finished those certifications by April. And during March, I also launched Wake Up with the Word, which was my daily live. I went live on TikTok every single day, Monday through Thursday. And we would just read the Bible, basically have Bible study on TikTok. And that was really, really fun. I was also cranking out content. I started the process kind of looking for apartments. In March, I didn't necessarily apply for jobs because I wanted to put all of my focus in the certification, because I did not think I was going to still be in marketing / communications. But yeah, once I started applying for jobs in April, so transition into April, I noticed that I couldn't get any jobs in data analytics because I didn't have the experience. So at this point, I'm starting to get desperate because I need to put in my 60-day notice to the complex I was living in that I will no longer be there, which means I need to start looking for apartments ASAP. So I started applying for jobs, and I was applying for hundreds of jobs, it seemed, through end of March, early April, not receiving anything, not receiving any legit leads. I would have conversations with recruiters, but no bites. And I was starting to freak out. Again, I need a place to stay and I can't apply for apartments without proof of income. So that was a little scary. But again, I still had this weird sense of peace. I had one moment where I did have a mental breakdown around this time where I was laying in bed just crying like, God, what am I going to do? But for the most part, I still got up and conquered the day and still applied for jobs. And that was also in the economy where it just felt like no one was hiring. So I was scared. I was really, really scared. Oh, yeah. So bringing up that dude that I met in January, we ended up dating. We got into a relationship in April. So that was cool. But I felt like around that time we were talking for months before we made it official. Yeah, that was basically my love life. I met a guy, we got together. I also was still more consistent with pushing out content. I mean, I don't got no job. What else am I going to do but push out content? So I was cranking out content on YouTube. Of course, the Wake Up with the Word, I kept that going. I was kind of posting on Instagram, trying to do some reels and trying to do some like static content, but I didn't really go anywhere because I was unemployed. So, most of my content was more so on the YouTube. Oh, I ended up joining this nonprofit called Foundation First. I signed up as their copywriter. So I was writing devotionals for them, and that was very exciting. I just felt like God was calling me to do more in ministry, and that was a good form of ministry, especially since I have I won't say a fear of writing. I'm a perfectionist, and I don't know, I'm sensitive about my things, but God is so good and so faithful, and I'm just so grateful for that opportunity. So that's what happened in April. Also, the biggest thing that happened in April was I finally got an invitation to do a legit interview for a company, and which is also now the company I work for. And I talked about all of this in my God gave me a job in an apartment in the same day video. Again, I'll link it somewhere on the screen. So April was very eventful, to say the least. So yeah, but on to May. May, I started my job and I got approved for an apartment, which I applied for in April by faith. I was like, you know what? I don't know what I'm gonna do, but look, I need an apartment. I really want this place. I really wanted the current place I'm at now for the price that they quoted me. So I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna apply. If I get it, yay. If I don't, yikes. But God was so good because I got the apartment and I got the job, and May was a really, really good month. Kind of, because although I got into a relationship around April, I ended it in May and I don't want to talk about it. So yeah, June. So June, July, August, September, October, for the most part, I don't really have anything notable to say. I'm doing well in my job. I freaking love my job. I love the people I work with. I love the pay. The pay is amazing. The pay is more than I was making. So the pay is great. I feel just like I'm growing and getting all these different opportunities. Love the job. I started really into foundation first. So now I am writing these devotionals. I am attending events. I'm meeting so many amazing people that I'm friends with today. So that was great. I was outside, but not really, because all of my money went to decorating this apartment, as you can see. So I feel like the apartment is pretty much finished, minus certain things in the room, but at this point it's done in my book. Still creating content. Everything's growing. My micro locks versus sister locks video went viral for me, and I have a lot of new subscribers. So that is so exciting. Yeah, no, life was just pretty much, I won't say easygoing because I had my problems, but there's nothing like necessarily to report. Now, I can say I started feeling spiritually stagnant in those months, because I mean, when you're going through things, you're in the prayer closet, you were like devoting all of this quiet time, you're spending more time because it's literally you and God at this point. What else am I going to do? And now that I'm comfortable, now that I'm in a routine, it's just like things are starting to just kind of like become stagnant in my relationship with God. And then I also started thinking about, well, where's my husband? I should probably start dating, but I have no prospects. So yeah, that's what's just been happening in those months. Spiritual warfare was warfaring, but God, just being God, really sustained me and drew me back to him. So yeah, November, I started working out. Well, if you know me, you know I hate the gym. The gym is not my best friend, but I needed to start working out because I found out I had higher cholesterol. And it didn't get to the point that I need to take pills, but it got to the point that I need to start making better decisions about my health. One being I need to be active. So I started out with the Holy Girl walks, and then I just finally bit the bullet and got a gym membership. So that's been great. I've only been consistent at the gym for about a month, and I could be a lot more consistent. So if you have any tips of like exercises you think I should do, that like let me know in the comment section below. And also let me know if you want to see some gym content. I'm a little shy girl, but I'll set up a tripod or something in the gym. You know, look, content's content. And now we're at December. And one thing I could say that happened for me this month is I reached 1,000 subscribers. And that was something I wanted to happen before the end of this year. And the fact that we made it, I'm just so grateful. I mean, there's about a week and so left by the time of this recording. It's about like 2 weeks left of this month. I think I could get monetized. Who knows? But I'm just so grateful that we reached the 1K mark. I'm just on cloud nine because I started out this channel with 15 subscribers, and the fact that we are here with a little bit over 1K, I love y'all. I love y'all for real. And I'm just so excited to see what God is going to do in 25. Again, I'm turning 30, new decade, new goals, new hopes. I am just out here trusting God. I joined a new church. I think I actually joined the church at the end of November. I had it on my list. Forgot to mention that. But yes, I joined a church. I'm going to give some information about just the experience at this church, tell you more about the church I joined, give you names and all those different things in a separate video. I want to get through the new members orientation before I divulge that information. But yeah, all in all, I would say 2024 was pretty successful. It started out a little stressful, but what the enemy meant for evil, my God turned it around for my good. And I'm just so excited to just see where God takes me, where God takes this channel, because at the end of the day, this channel is ministry. I'm not going to deviate from that, regardless if I'm doing micrologs content or if I'm doing lifestyle content. God is still going to be at the center of it. So yeah, I feel like it was a bunch of rambling. I'm getting used to the setup. So yeah, don't charge it to my head. Don't charge it to, what does the phrase say? Charge it to my head and not my heart. Yeah, charge it to my head and not my heart. If this video is all over the place, I honestly just wanted to like test the equipment. And also because I am traveling tomorrow, actually. Well, yeah, as the time of this recording, I'm traveling tomorrow. So I want to have the content recorded so I can edit it while I'm away. So yeah, with that being said, we have reached the end of this video. I hope you gleaned something meaningful. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And in the comment section below, let me know, what are some things you've experienced this year? What's your year in review? What are some things you're believing God for in the year of our Lord 2025? Oh my gosh, 2025 is like right around the corner. Like, where did the time go? And if you would like to join the Society of Secret Keepers, please, 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 please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you don't miss out on any time I upload a video. Share if you care. And if you want to donate to the channel, because this equipment is very expensive, my Cash App is going to be in the description. Of course, you don't have to donate if you don't want to donate. But if you want to, give your girl a little gift for her 25th, I wish, for her 30th, please cash at me. And until next time, bye.